Hi guys, welcome to Unit 4, Lesson 7, How Many Solutions? Okay, so up until now, we've really talked about two different types of things to solve. I'll call them things for now. We've got equations, where up until now you've been used to like x equals 7, right? That's just one solution. We've also talked about inequalities, where it's like there's more than one solution, as in x is greater than 7, right? So any number could be greater than 7. But there are also other kinds of equations, so more like the x equals 7 one, where there might be no solution, meaning that equation does not work, or infinite solutions, where you could put any number in there and it'll work no matter what. So we're going to talk about those three different kinds, okay? So if there's one solution, then that just means x equals, and I put a in here just because that's what we can use like as to represent a number, right? And then no solution, the variable cancels out. Both sides are different. So it's like you got rid of the variable. X's are gone, or Y's are gone, or whatever. But then A equals B. It might say, like at the very end, it might say 3 equals 7. Well, that's not true. So what that tells us is that there isn't a single number that you could put into that equation and make it be true. Okay? Infinite solutions, the opposite happens. The variable cancels out, but both sides are the same. So it might say 7 equals 7. It's like, yeah, that's true. So it doesn't matter what number you put in there, and it will always be true. Okay? So let's look at some examples. Number 1, this is number 1 on your practice. Complete the equation so it has infinite solutions. Well, in order for it to have infinite solutions, they have to be the same on both sides. So if this side says 4x plus 10, then this side better say 4x plus 10. Because with that, if we were to solve for x, they would end up canceling out, and we would get just 10 equals 10. Okay? Right? Because it's not going to ask you for this, but I might as well show you. Right? 4x minus 4x is 0, so those cancel. We're left with 10. 4x minus 4x is 0, so we're left with 10. 10 equals 10. Right? So there's an infinite number of solutions in that case. Number 2, I don't remember what number this was from your practice. Let's see. Oh, it looks like number 5. Number 5 from your practice, okay? Solve for x to determine if the equation has one, none, or infinite solutions. So we're solving, okay? That's our goal right now. So first thing we're going to do, let's get rid of those parentheses. So I'm going to distribute this 9 into everything inside. That would give me 9x plus 9. Just multiply everything inside the parentheses by 9. Then over here, let's see, I need to distribute the 3 into the parentheses. So 3 times 5x is 15x. 3 times 1 is 3, and then we still have that 12 hanging out. Okay, so I can combine like terms right here. I've got 3 minus 12. Well, let's see, we've got 9x plus 9. I'm going to leave that side alone. But then we have 15x. And then 3 minus 12 is negative 9, so that would be negative 9. Next, I need to get the variables on one side of my equation. So I'm going to subtract 9x, subtract 9x. Those will cancel on the left. We're left with 9. And then 15x minus 9x is 6x minus 9. Now we're kind of looking like we're going to have one solution here. Right, because nothing has like fully canceled out yet. Then I can add 9 to both sides. So we've got 18 equals 6x, right? Because negative 9 plus 9, those are 0. Divide by 6, divide by 6. Okay, 18 divided by 6 is 3. So this would be one solution, and x is equal to 3. Okay? Alright, so we looked at infinite solutions. We looked at one solution. Let's see what this one ends up with. This is number 1 on your quick check. And I actually wrote down all 4 answers because we need to work through each of them in order to actually find the correct answer. Now mine are set up, I have A, B, C, and D. Yours might be in different order than how I presented them, so be careful when you're answering on your quick check. Excuse me, it says, which of the following is an example of an equation with no solution? So we're looking for one with no solution. Well, let's see here. So that means we get to solve all of them. How fun is that? Aren't you glad I'm doing it with you? Okay, we're looking for no solution. Let's see here. So with these, there's no parentheses to get rid of, but I can subtract 3x from both sides. 4x minus 3x is just x, right, or 1x, plus 3. 3x minus 3x is 0, so those canceled. We're just left with 3 on that side. Subtract 3, x is equal to 0. Now, that does not mean there's 0 solutions. That means x equals 0. That is the number, or the numerical value of x. So this has one solution. Okay? So this can't be our answer. All right? Let's look at B. All right, well, with this one, let's see. We'll subtract 3x from both sides, and look at that. Well, 3x minus 3x, those cancel. So I'm left with 4. 3x minus 3x is 0. Those cancel, and I'm left with 4. So this would be, let's see, this is one solution. This is infinite solutions. Okay, because 4 equals 4, they were the same on both sides. So we could put anything in for x and make it true. Okay, let's look at C. With this one, again, my goal is to first try to get my variable on one side, but when I do that, they cancel out, and I'm left with 4 equals 3. Okay, 4 does not equal 3, so I'm willing to bet that this one is a no solutions one. So most likely the answer is C, 3x plus 4 equals 3x plus 3. But let's, it's always good. You need to get in the habit of like testing every single answer to make sure that you're good to go. All right, let's look at this one. Right off the bat, you might be able to tell like the coefficients in the front of the variable are different, so most likely this is going to be a 1 solution. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. 3x minus 3x is 0, those cancel, we're left with 4. 4x minus 3x is 1x, or just x, plus 3. I'll subtract 3 from both sides, because remember the goal is to get the variable by itself. So we're left with x equals 1. Yep, there's just one solution. So we were correct that that was the correct answer. Okay, but it did take us going through every single one to make sure. All right? As always, if you need extra help, let me know. Have an awesome day.